Patch day! Wow, I'm sorry for your ears if you had headphones in, or if you just had this up loud because I'm normally quiet. But so we have got some patch notes, and it's starting with Summoner's Scourge event. Now we don't know what this is, but a look at this thumbnail, maybe, and it's going to give you some more content in here about things. So let's jump in, let's see what these patch notes hold, and well, let me explain to you my thoughts on these patch notes is what we're going to do. So Summoners. There is a special limited time Summoner's Scourge event about to start. And in addition to that, there are some changes they're making to the economy. Now, they do say, in addition to the event, they're making changes to the economy. So my thoughts is that the event, the Summoner's Scourge event, is going to have something to do with gear and getting as much gear as you can. I'm excited. Let's jump in. Event information. Campaign drops. So I'm not sure if this is just what is going to be happening during the Summoner's Scourge event. The drops for T4 and above are increased. Premium and VIP exchange discounts for T3 to T6 gear. So it means for those who buying it with gems from the premium and the VIP exchange, they're going to be cheaper. Now, if that is the only thing with the event, then it's pretty much like the 2 times, kind of like the 2 times gear event, but this time is just all gear, and it's a gear farming for tier 4 and above. Now, I'm excited to see what this event actually is, if it is just going to be like another kind of farming event, or if it's actually going to be a specific event that you're going to get these. But it is from the campaign though. I can't wait to see. So I'm excited. Everybody has been asking for more gear, and yet again, the devs are showing that they have been listening. Now, I'm going to preference some of this and give us a little bit of context. Recently, they were asked for some feedback. Meathead put out a little bit of 3 questions, 1 answer, or a couple of sentences per thing, like, dislike, suggestion. And so many of the dislikes were the limited gear and things like that. And so many of the suggestions were more gear in this way. So many different ways. And some of my suggestions were along those lines as well. Now, economy changes. That brings us down to here. Economy changes. The premium exchange editions. Now you can buy full tier 5 and 6 pieces for the appropriate level. Now, this is pretty much only going to affect those chubby dolphins, as Cozy likes to say. And I really like that call. Let's make that like a DSA phrase for calling like a little bit of a slight way of spending a bit. For people who are spending, this is going to be the way that you're going to be able to just fully buy the gear pieces rather than having to go and buy all the individual pieces over and over and over. So if that is you, then you can be excited for that. Now, the club exchange discounts reduce the prices on tier 4, 5, and 6 materials. Whoo! At last. This is amazing. Now, I have been saying for quite a while, when global hit, the gear prices were quite high, and shortly after they'll drop just a little bit in the exchanges. But some of the prices, like tier 5 and 6 materials, are like 4,000, 6,000 for a couple of pieces. So it's going to be interesting to see how much they drop by, and we are going to be having to do another new how to maximize your exchange video when this all drops, because I can't wait to see the new rates, how much things are going to cost. But it's exciting to see them dropping the gear. Now, I'm going to also say that when I said this was going to happen, I've been saying this was going to have to happen eventually, and I said it was going to happen when people start catching up and get to max level, and it becomes a problem for everybody. And now it's become a problem for everybody. People need gear. And so what are they doing? They're now giving gear. So they've allowed people to try and catch up as much as they can, and now they're going to allow them to, hey, now that you've put all that blood, sweat, and tears and hours into the game, we're going to give you some gear for it. Level all these ones up, have some more fun, and I'm looking forward to that. So, also, in addition to this, the 4-hour and 24-hour chest, more gear materials. Grand Pack, more material drops. Now that is very exciting. But previously it was like 5, you get 5 either droplets or something like that, you get 5. So I can't wait to see how much they give it. Now, in saying that, I've mentioned this other times, you need 70 for one individual item of gear per the thing. So you need 70. So that 5, you'll need to get so many of those open to be able to even make a dent into one piece of gear. So I can't wait to see how much they're increasing these by. The daily summoners challenges. Now this is where what I put in my suggestion is that they hadn't adjusted the rewards in the daily summoner challenges for a long time. Previously, we would get a whole lot less gear throughout the game, but the challenges were also limited gear. But then they changed the gear requirements and put the gear requirements way up just before global. And that's when we saw like the likes of, I think previously we were somewhere between around 20-ish droplets per piece of gear, and then they went right up to 70. And when they made that increase, they never increased the gear rewards. And that's why we're seeing so much of a gear crunch even more. But they didn't they increased the reward in gear for gear for events, some events, and gave more event reward gear. But it's lovely to see them actually doing it out. So previously, before the change, they never really had event reward gear. They only tested it once or twice. So that it wasn't like we had easy access to gear. But this is going to be amazing for everybody, and I can't wait to see what kind of increased drops there are and adjusted the relative rates between gear types. So previously we'll see like only like 2 or 3 droplets, whereas we would see that same amount of extracts and the same amount of rosy thorns and needles and stuff like that. Whereas you needed so many more thorns and needles and droplets than anything else, and we're getting so limited of them. So hopefully these adjustments are very nice, and I can't wait to see them. Now, the loyalty pack increased the tier 4 material drops. Boom, love that. And then added tier 5 and 6 at appropriate level ranges. Amazing. This is like the reign of gear. The economy is picking up. People are getting their jobs back. People are finally going to be able to spend on more characters and not focus on their main 1 or 2. And that is where so much of the fun of the game is. That's why you guys are here watching me doing team building in different characters. So now you're going to be able to know which type of other characters you want to invest into. And that's exciting. That is what I love about the game, and I can't wait for you guys to love more about that too. So with this, it says the sorcerers will let you know prior to the Scourge ending, so you can plan accordingly. So when this comes in, hopefully this isn't only just for the event, and hopefully this is just the economy changes. So by the looks of things, this is the event here, and the economy changes. This is going to be the permanent. So hopefully that's the case, and if that is the case, I'm very excited for them. So it says, come to their official Discord. You can go on the previous stream to join Discord and meet Head. The devs are there. You can get in contact with them, and they have all these things, like I mentioned, about them reaching out and asking what they need to change, what you all want, what you like, dislike. These are amazing things, and it's amazing to see changes happen. Now, before I end this, I do want to say, with all this happening, how I kind of called and predicted that this was going to happen when people start catching up a few months in and people start getting to max level and have the problem. My next prediction is, in another few months or soon, we are going to be seeing a gear level increase. We are probably going to be seeing the gear 7 pieces released into the game, potentially making our way to gear tier 8. And I have a feeling those gear pieces are gonna be expensive. By what they have done previously with the gear 6 and how expensive those were, I think that's what they're gonna do for the new pieces of gear. They're gonna limit them and make them so hard, so costly to get. So keep that in mind for things that are gonna happen for the future. Invest into your main teams, invest into the characters that you want. you may also want to save just a little bit so you can potentially be ready to take your next main team up to the next tier as well. Because I think that's going to be coming, and I think it is going to be so pricey by what we have seen so far. But I'm looking forward to it as well. I'm looking forward to more change, more gear. This is exciting. This is great news for everybody, and anybody who's been saving their chests to open them up. Woohoo! More gear for you. And anybody who hasn't, at least you've been able to enjoy the gear when you got it to increase your main characters, so you've had them usable long enough. So this is a risk that people take. If you use it, you're going to be increasing your main team, whoever you're using it on. If you save it, there could potentially go good for you like this. It could potentially go bad if nothing happens or if things get worse. So enjoy it while you can. Gear for everybody. This is amazing, and I can't wait to level up so many more characters, play some more, test more, and get out to you guys who you want to be gearing up. So stay tuned. Let me know also which other characters besides your main crew do you want to level up. Let me know in the comments below who you're excited to level. I can't wait to see. I know for me, some of my next ones, I want to do Shan. I really want to do him, as well as some of the other just event characters that I just haven't been able to invest into yet. So I'm excited for that. Definitely event characters are a priority, so you can get more gear through the events, but also some fun characters. So I can't wait to see from you guys down in the description below, and I'll see you down there soon.